I'll go back to the very first day I walked into the Nashua Center. My goal was to shut it down. So today I live the same way. In my heart of hearts, I wish the Nashua Center did not have to exist, because then I would know that my own community, my own world had fully embraced differences.
He doesn't see the barrier. He doesn't see the difference. And he lives and breathes that.
So if you think of 1%, I mean, there's one person with a developmental disability, and you have 99 other people. And I, for the life of me, cannot understand how 99 people cannot meet the needs of one individual in any way, shape, or form. You take 100 people, and only one person has a disability. How can those 99 people not get it together? From the day we started to build that philosophy and that culture at the center, it really just got to the core of helping people around in the surrounding community, schools, work sites, wherever, to understand differences. A place like the Nashua Center bought me that freedom to be able to speak out, say what I felt, when I felt it, and yeah, did I upset a number of people in my life? Absolutely. Do I have any regrets? Absolutely not. Because sometimes the only way to be heard is to shout from the darn rooftop. It goes back to simply recognizing that individuals deserve to have a life. And if they can't access that aspect on their own independently, then you pull someone in and you make it happen.
What we need is more exposure. And I think that's what we do. I think that's one of our missions, you know, here. We promote independence, but we also educate the community. And I feel like we did that.
They understand the value system that is so black and white that it's as clear as can be. For me to think that I have sort of the ability to control the daily goings on at the Nashua Center is ridiculous. But I do have the ability to live a mission that gets seen, felt, and heard by everyone on a daily basis, and it carries itself over person to person to person.
The man could be so busy. His mailbox could be like just overflowing with papers. And he's doing what he should be doing. He's hanging out, chatting with the clients, and enjoying the work that he does.
That's the best part. I mean, it's been a lifetime together, so I can't turn one way or the other without, you know, here's Sue and here's Tom and here's Donald and there's Beth coming in from the outside and then Rich, you know, walks by and it's just, you know, it's one after the other, and it's constant. It's crazy to even think like that, and I would sort of run from those kinds of comments for as long as I can remember. Only recently, I guess, and probably because as you move on and on the age curve, you do start to reflect a little bit, and I wouldn't give anyone the time of day that would say I was the face of the Nashua Center. But now I get it, and I guess 30 years buys you a face. And I understand where they're coming from. It's obviously very flattering in one respect, but in another it seems kind of weird. It has nothing to do with me personally, but I do feel good about what has happened in my life with the number of people that I've gotten to know in my lifetime. I mean, I've literally have spent more than half my life with some of the same people at the Nashua Center.
The black and white principles that he has continuously reinforced just by leading by example, those aren't going to go away, because every single person there, and I see this, every single person there lives by those. We value them.
The thing I can feel and touch right now is our new program, Life Op, which is, again, groundbreaking. It's hard to believe that 30 years later we're still breaking that ground, but in a lot of ways it's exciting that for the first time these individuals that present that type of learning skill finally have the opportunity to step onto a college campus.
Nashua Community College has accepted us with open arms. They have been so wonderful to all the students and the staff from Life Up. It's awesome. It's just awesome.
The origin of the Swooshman was this. It was the embracing. It was the embracing of the Nashua Center, all programs. And the bottom of Swooshman was the foundation that held it all together. But it was the arms. It was the arms, Nashua Center, together. It's really interesting for me individually to reflect back, number one, that the Nashua Center is celebrating 40 years of service. Number two, that I've had the privilege of being part of 30 of those 40 years, but then inside chuckling with the fact that my goal was to shut it down. I'm glad I wasn't successful.
Black or white. I said, if you're picking up in my brother, it don't matter if you're black or white.